Welcome to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, in South America, and it's nighttime in real time. The local time is actually, I think, 8 o'clock or something like that. But I'm recording this. I've set the time to daylight because I like the scenery. It's and yeah. Otherwise, nighttime flying at nighttime, you just have the lights. That's also nice, but I like the scenery, the greenery, and the terrain, and the add-on sceneries for both Santos Dumont and Sao Paulo Congonhas. So today we are going to be departing from Santos Dumont Airport and at Rio. There are two airports at Rio. One is the smaller one, which is this Santos Dumont, and the other one is the larger international airport. I can't pronounce that. It's in Brazilian Portuguese, and the flight is going to take us to Sao Paulo and Sao Paulo Congonhas, and I think Sao Paulo also has more than one airport serving the population. And yeah, and right now, if I go back to the plane, I've zoomed out just to show you the surroundings of Rio de Janeiro. Here's the Sugarloaf Mountain. It's called the Sugarloaf Mountain. I don't know how they pronounce it in Brazilian Portuguese, but this is known as the Sugarloaf Mountain. It's just opposite the Santos Dumont Airport. And that long bridge over there is, I think, Rio Niterói Bridge, something like that. And I think this is the Guanabara Bay, if I'm not mistaken. My geography is not that good about Rio de Janeiro. Maybe I'll do a helicopter tour next time and we can do a VFR flight. And maybe I can ask some people around for the different landmarks at Rio. So back to the plane, we are in the PMDG, Boeing 737-700. And right, I thought I connected the jetway, but it's not connected. Let me try that again. Request release the jetway. It isn't working. I don't know why. Request. Did I press any key? Okay, there's some glitch here. Right. In any case, passengers are 100, and I've yet to look at my SIMRI flight plan. This is just an introductory clip. I'll be doing the takeoff in a few minutes. I have a few things to do, and then I'll file the flight plan and we'll go through the startup checklist. So, if anyone knows which of the two cities is the largest city in Brazil, Sao Paulo or Congonhas? Sorry, Sao Paulo or Rio? Because I know that Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo are the two largest cities in Brazil. Neither of them are the capital. I think Brasilia is the capital. But if anyone knows which one is the largest city in Brazil, please let me know in the comments. So, yeah, finally got the jetway to connect, and up to the overhead panel. Batteries on, ground power on. Something wrong with the mouse, double clicking. Electric hydraulic pumps on, and emergency exit lights armed. And I can go up here. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Line the RS. It's going to take around 7 minutes. Right. So we're here. This is South America, the South American continent, and Rio de Janeiro is over here, and Sao Paulo is southwest of Rio de Janeiro. It's very much near, yeah, quite near. Now that's Uruguay. So let's have a look. We're supposed to take off from runway 2 right, 0 to right, and that means we'll be pushing back and facing the south, and that's 0 to right. That's what let me see the flight plan. Zero to right according to the Simply flight plan, but we have ATC is the weekly Vatsim Brazil Vatsim event from Sao Paulo from Rio to Sao Paulo or vice versa. So let me look at the load sheet. Passengers 100, cargo 2.3, fuel 5.4. I don't think I'll need extra, but I can just make it 6.0. Okay. So here's the route. FCOX 3 Alpha SID, NAGSOP transition, I guess, and then to this airway, Uniform Zulu 05 Ibdal, and Augata 1 Alpha arrival at Sao Paulo. And runways are subject to wind, but most probably they'll be the same. 0 to right at Santos Dumont and arrival at 17 right at Sao Paulo.
Santos Dumont Airport ADA's information Bravo 0100 Zulu. Wind 350 at 4. Wind variable between 310 and 020. Cab OK. Temperature 28. Dew point 22. Altimeter 1012. Departure arrival 0 tour advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo.
So right, so altimeter is 1012. That corresponds with the airfield elevation. Good evening, Santos Dumont Tower, Goal 194, ATIS information Bravo received. We are 737-700 parked at gate number 2, requesting IFR clearance to Sao Paulo Congonhas, Goal 194.
Go 194 Rio Tower, good evening. You are clear to Sao Paulo, flight. Just confirm, are you going to fly flight level 360 to Sao Paulo? Is a little bit higher.
I think it's a bit high. I got it from SimBrief, so I'll reduce it and refile the flight plan. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I think you can fly. Can you accept 300, the 300? I can alter for you.
Fine. If it's okay, then we'll keep it at 360 or go to 340, whatever is fine with the ATC.
Yeah, 300, 300. It's fine.
Right. Flight level 300 will be fine. That's going to be our final cruise altitude.
Yeah, okay. Go 194, you are cleared Congonhas, flight level 300, squawk 3620, runway 02 right, and departure is FCOC 3 Alpha, non-shop transition, get back.
Roger that. Clear to Sao Paulo. Cruise level is 300, transponder 3620, runway 02 right. SID is FCOX 3 Alpha departure and via the NAGSOP transition, goal 194.
Go 194, reback correct, call for push start. QNH 1012.
QNH 1012, roger that.
Oi, Rio, muito boa noite. O Gol 1986 está cruzando 1.600 pés.
And we can release the jetway. Chocks can remain till APU is on. Right. Alright, so taxi briefing is simple. We'll push back facing south, go via taxiway Delta.
Down 305, welcome to Rio de Janeiro. Across 02 left.
Right.
And taxi via Hotel Bravo Juliet to the gate of flight.
Hotel Bravo Juliet to
Okay. Just for a minute. Right. So via taxiway Delta and Echo to 02 right. Then the departure procedure is FCOX 3 Alpha RNAV departure, runway 02 right, and I'm just looking for the transition altitude is 7,000, and simple, I guess. You take off, just a minute, Maldu max, yeah, you have to be above 4,000, max to 30 knots, and then between flight level 50 and flight level 80, between 5,000 feet and 8,000 feet. So you will basically take off from 02 right and turn around, and then go to FCOX, and from FCOX to NAGZOP. That's the transition that we're using, because we're not going this way, we're going this way, and we have to be above flight level 240 before RSOLV. But we have ATC, so right. Compulsory right turn when passing 500 feet. Okay, right. We don't want to go too far ahead because of the other airport at Rio de Janeiro. The SED requires the following minimum climb gradients. I'm sure the 737-700 is capable of that. So that's the departure briefing. And now for the APU start. Okay, so for the performance, I'm going to use the EFP. It's a short runway at Santos Dumont for the 737, and we're not going to derate it. I'm not going to derate it. The engines. Flaps. Now that I have to look for. Let me go here, and we're in the weather page. Home. Performance 2. SBRJ, Santos Dumont, runway ID 02 right. Right. Runway heading 020, runway slope 0. Runway length 4,337 feet. Runway condition is dry. Takeoff flaps, I'll choose 15. Rating is take off, toga. No, anti-ice off. Packs will remain on. Weight. The weight is going to be the takeoff weight. Let me see from here. Weight. Can't I move it away? Yeah, I can move it away. Let me go to the menu. FS actions, payload, and gross weight will be 55.4. So we can use 55.4 tons for the gross
Gol
weight.
457702 da direita, linha mantém.
A linha mantém 02 da direita, 4577.
For CG.
Santos Dumont, temperature 5, position 5, engines up. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Roger, down 305. Thanks for flying. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
19.6.
O Gol 198, bem-vindo ao Rio de Janeiro, autorizado o cruzamento, táxi até o gate da preferência, via Bravo Juliette.
6.
Bravo, Juliette, até gate de preferência. Valeu pelo controle, daqui a pouco eu volto. 98, valeu.
Acceleration height 1500 feet. Flaps 15 and 195. Rating takeoff. Select temperature 32. Okay. Trim is 5.4. V1 is 113. Let me write that down. V1 is 113. VR is V114. And V2 is 123. VREF is 130. Right. Trim is trim.
O Gol 4577, vento 360 com 4 nós, 02 da direita, decolagem autorizada.
Let's go here.
Colagem autorizada 02 da direita por 4577.
32. Right. 95.8 and 95.1 almost matching. Okay. Takeoff, flaps 15. CG will get from here. Just press on the LS3 right LS3 push button. V1 113, that's fine. VR is 114, we get it from the EFB, close enough. And V2 is the same as in the FMC. Right. Takeoff weight will be 55.4. Not really, maybe, yeah. Right. That's done. Performance is done. Alright, so the APU is on, everything's set, and we've done the pre-flight checklists. Time to call in the pushback. I have to request the pushback. And if I'm on the right frequency, yeah, right frequency.
Torre Rio, muito boa novamente, o Gol 1199, posição 4, Patiano Alfa, com plano de voo para Campinas, nível 340, solicita aprovação, ciente da Brava.
Gol 1199, Torre Rio, muito boa noite, está autorizado instrumentos Campinas no 320, o transponder é o 3637, decola da 02 da direita, a saída é Cox 3 Alfa, transição Sidur, coteja.
O Gol 1199, autorizado instrumentos Campinas no 320, a decola da 02 da direita, saída Evicox 3 Alfa com transição em Sidur, no transponder 3637, o Gol 1199.
O Gol 199, cotejamento correto, ajuste no 012, chame para push-acionamento.
No 012, chamo pronto push, o Gol 1199.
Santos Dumont Tower, Goal 194, request clearance for pushback.
Go 194, push and start approved, facing south on Juliet.
Push and start approved, facing south on Juliet. Goal 194. Right, facing south on Juliet. Juliet. Where's Juliet? That's Juliet. Taxiway Juliet and right, that's the one. This one here, that's Juliet. So what is that? Right, that's done. And okay, before I do anything else, let me check push back, left and right backs off. Okay, let's push back.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by. Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
5%. And 2 rising, EGT rising. Let it stabilize, engine number 2.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Not a good pushback. I did not line up with the taxiway properly. Okay. Let it stabilize and then I'll put the engine generators on.
Do Rio, Gol 1199, posição 4, pronto para o estacionamento.
O Gol 1199, o estacionamento autorizado, faz para o sul. Atento à aeronave da companhia fazendo push na posição 2.
Posicionamento autorizado, face sul, ciente do tráfego da companhia às 3 horas.
So we can start
9 horas, correção.
on just one pump. I didn't know that. I just turned on the other 4 pumps. All right. AP bleed can go off. Isolation valve auto. Tax on. And APU to off. And after start checklist, probe heat on, engine start switches, APU bleed off, flaps to required position. So I'll do 1, 2, 5, 10, and 15. And before we start moving, I better start my recorder. I mean the flight recorder. Here we go. Start it. Yes. I'll name the file as SBRJ Sierra Bravo Romeo Juliet.fcr. Here we go. And there we go, start recording. Set before taxi checklist call, before taxi checklist, generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice off, isolation valve auto, engine start switches continuous. Bring this down a bit. Engine start switches continuous, recall, check recall, okay. Auto brake RTO, rejected takeoff. Engine start levers idle and detent. Flight controls, let's check them. Forwards, backwards, left, right, rudder. Okay, right, that's done. Flight controls check, ground equipment clear, taxi clearance request. Okay. Let me go back to my map while I ask for the taxi clearance. We're here on Juliet. Santos Dumont Tower, Goal 194 requesting clearance to runway, taxi clearance to runway 02 right. Goal 194.
Goal 194, taxi holding point runway 02 via Juliet Delta.
Taxi holding point runway 02 via Juliet and Delta. Right. Taxi lights can go on. Runway turn off lights on, but I don't do them because it's not night time. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I'm supposed to do the runway turn off lights even in daytime. Taxi lights on, runway turn off lights on. Taxi.
Rio, Gol 1199, pronto para táxi.
Gol 1199, táxi autorizado até o ponto de espera da 02, via Juliette Delta, segue o 737 da companhia.
Táxi autorizado, Juliette Delta, na retaguarda do voo da companhia à frente, o 99.
And takeoff configuration. Done. There's the Sugarloaf Mountain, or Pau de Acucar. I don't know how to pronounce it in Brazilian Portuguese. LNAV, auto throttle armed, LNAV armed. Reduce the speed, reduce the speed. Flight directors on. Runway A ahead. We are pretty late for the departure. Okay.
Go 194, 02 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait on 02 right, goal 194. Okay. Here comes the woohoo. Hee hee. No. Here we go. Transponder Tara. And I am going to take every last bit of the runway. Landing lights on. That's it. Every last bit of the runway. And it's going to be differential braking.
Go 194, winds 3504 knots, 02 right, you're clear to take off.
Winds 03, sorry, cleared for takeoff, goal 194. Sorry, that cleared for takeoff, goal 194. Sorry about that. Alright, now for, it's not a good lineup, no, not at all. And taxi lights, strobe lights to on. Strobe lights go on. Here. They're on. Strobe and steady, no. Strobe and steady. Wing lights on. I hope I've done everything right. It's been a long time since I flew this aircraft. 40% N1 takeoff. Toga. Wait till 70%, release the brakes.
Airspeed's alive.
Gol 1199 no ponto de espera da 02 da esquerda, pronto.
O Gol 19902 da direita ali mantém.
Ali mantém 02 direita pro 99.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear goes up. 500 feet. Command A. VNAV. Flaps go up. Flaps 10. Flaps 5.
Go 194, contact Rio approach 119.0. Have a nice flight and a nice weekend, bye-bye.
Contact reapproach 119.0. Thank you for your service. Bye bye. Flaps all the way up. Let it climb. Yeah. Flap 0. Hot brake off. Let me contact reapproach. Good evening, reapproach, Goal 1904, airborne from Santos Dumont and departing via FCOX 3 Alpha departure.
Goal 94, hello sir, rear control, we're the contact after departure, climb and maintain at level 300, no restrictions, please make a right turn, see direct to Octal.
Climb and maintain flight level 300 without restrictions and make a right turn direct to Octal. Is that correct, Goal 1904?
That's totally correct, sir.
Right, so we're going to go direct to Octal and then execute, shift 360, not 300, and there we go. There we go. You don't need this. There we go. I can have the map only. Okay, flaps are up, standard 7,000 feet, should have done that before. Gear off. Put the gear down, gear off. 10,000 feet and all the landing lights can go off. Taxi lights, nose lights off. Engine switches off. Pressurization is climbing, okay. Anything else? Ground power? No. Generator 1. Battery. Okay. Packs are on. Auto. Engine lead on. Engine generators on. So that was the takeoff from Santos Dumont. And I'm going to restart the recording at cruise altitude.
Autorizado a RNP Lima 02 direita. Autorizado a RNP Lima 0.
Goal 104 proceeding direct to Octal, Oscar, Golf, Tango, Alpha Lima. Okay, Octal. Sorry about that.
E eu estou encerrando operações em 5 minutos.
That was Octat, I thought it was Octal. 095013. The QNH, I can get that from the EFP. To go, bank angle set to 10. Pressurization. Can anyone tell me how to read the pressurization gauge? This one over here in the comments. Or can anyone give me a good tutorial link? You can't give me a link in the comments, but at least you can let me know what to search for. Alright, so it seems I was a bit late and the Vatsim Brazil, the ATC has gone offline. They're closing operations both in Rio De Janeiro and Sao Paulo. So now we're on Unicom 122.8 and yeah, it's up to us now. And we proceed to the destination. Now I've entered the descent winds as you've already seen. What else do I need? I need the charts. I need forecast done. I need the minimums. I need the fix page. Now we are going to be landing at runway 17 right. Okay, let's have a look. 17 right, headwind of 3 knots, crosswind of 1 knot. Bogota 1 Alpha arrival, transition Ibdal, and approach is right now. I've chosen the select approach. ILS X-ray, add that to the route. ILS X-ray. ILS X-ray, COMGU transition. Alright, let's get the charts for the star. Yes, no, we don't have charts for the star. Star, Ibdal 1 Alpha. Here we go. Ibdal 1 Alpha. There's no ATC, so transition level, altitude. You'll find that in the pro chart, I guess. From Ibdal, we should be below 260 feet by Manlo, and that waypoint Buktan, we turn 3120 degrees to the right, and we need to be below 12,000 feet by Octo, and then 9,000 feet. These are all restrictions. We remain and maintain 9,000 feet till Sierra Papa 101, and then at COMGU we should be above 5,500 feet. That's the initial approach fix. And then for ILS X-ray X-ray runway 17 right. Localizer identifier is ISP India Sierra Papa. Frequency is 109.3. 109.3. Let me put that in. 109.3. And the same for the co-pilots. Navigation radio 109.3. That's the ILS frequency set. Final approach course 169 degrees. So the courses have to be set here. 169, press shift, and then this 169. Approaching 12%. My mouse needs repairing. So 109.3, 169 degrees approach course set. It's Uruta. That's the final approach fix. Okay. Decision altitude is 2790 or 200 feet before above the ground level. So DA decision altitude 2790. Let's do that. Varo 2790. Should be faster. Oh, it's going to take forever. 2790 minimum. Come on, come on. Ooh, so long. Two, 790. There we go. 2790. Minimums 2790, airport elevation 2634, and runway 2590. Missed approach, climb to 5500 feet, maintain course 169 until passing 3400 feet, then turn right, direct to Komgu for holding. Transition altitude 8000. Need to put that in the descent forecast. You can see no progress, no descent. Yeah, but where do I put the flaps 40? The descent forecast, yeah. Flight level 80 080. That's the transition altitude. Let me know if I'm doing this right, if I'm just goofing up as usual. Yursu 4,700 feet. So we need to be, by the time we reach here, 4,700 feet. And Uruta is the final approach fix. Should be on the we should capture the glide slope at Uruta, or maybe later. Straight in landing, runway 17 right, 710, set, circle, Simple. MSA 5,000. Yeah, there 5,000. Right. So we have the Congo transition, and after that we take a right turn onto the base leg. Yeah, downwind, base leg, and final. Right. So this is not correct, is it? We are going direct to octal. We bypassed all these waypoints, and we're going direct to octal, right? And we are going to be descending soon. 4,700 feet. 4,700 feet. Come on, my mouse. 4,700 feet. Almost at the top of descent. 6.6 miles. Sao Paulo Congonhas traffic, goal 1904. We are starting our descent from flight level 300 down to flight level 47. Congonhas traffic. Here comes the descent. Very soon. Fixes, I forgot the fixes. I'll just do that in a minute. There's the descent point, top of descent, retard. It's going to slow down. Right. Fixes. Fixed page, RW, runway 17, right. We need a 10-mile ring, and we need a 4-mile ring. That's it. Back to legs. Let's get an outside view. Right. 80 nautical miles. Approach reference, I have to check that. I didn't check that. Progress. By the time we reach Santos Dumont, Sao Paulo, we'll be 4 tons of fuel right now. We have 4.2. No, we have 4.1. No, we have 4. This is the correct one. That doesn't make much of a difference, does it? 53.4 doesn't change anything over here. So approach ref is 125 knots, flap 40. Right. Fixes done, minimum set, approach refs checked, auto brake to 2. 2 is enough, I guess so. Airport, charts here, do I have to click here? Taxi, airport. 17 right. We'll be coming from here and on to 17 right. It's a medium runway, slightly longish, longer than Santos Dumont, of course. We have a high-speed exit way at India over here. We can take that if we land properly. Take that, or we can go all the way to the end of the runway. Aircraft maximum speed of 50 knots. Taxiway. This taxiway. Which taxiway? Should read these charts before I do the flight. Down grass near threshold. Okay, fine.
Sam 3349 crossing runway 10 left. And by the way, we're clear of runway 10 right for arriving aircraft.
That's nice to know. Runway is clear. So I'll...
All is flight 653 on Charlie crossing 10 left.
I'll start the recording again at 10,000 feet. Approaching 10,000 feet, we've met the restriction at Rockdal, which was below 12,000 feet. So it's doing a fine job. VNAV is doing a fine job of maintaining the restrictions, and now seatbelt signs can go on. Extended. It's going to remain at 240 knots. Where's the deceleration point? No, I want to. Should have been 250. Let's do this. 50. Transition altitude. What was it? 8,000 feet. Sao Paulo Congonhas traffic, Goal 1904, downwind for runway 17 right. Sao Paulo Congonhas traffic. I want to go down to 230 feet, 20 feet. No, knots. Arm the approach mode. $240 knots. Decel point coming up. Okay, that's reduced. That's good. Let it do it. Decel point coming up. Standard 1018. Am I right? 108. QNH 108. And here's the decel point. So raise the aircraft a bit. are going to go down to up speed. And there's the DME. There's the identifier. Ooh, crosswinds. Clear winds. More winds. Turbulence. Oops. I need to go down to 210 knots. And we can... I didn't do a good job of... It's going to be a missed approach. Speed brakes are out. And I'm on flaps. Come on. And I want... Flaps 5 now. Come on. What is the matter with this? Gear down. Flaps 5. Sao Paulo Congonhas traffic, goal 1904, 10 mile final, 2500 right. Light slope captured, localizer captured. And we're going to go down to 160 knots, flaps 15. What's my reference speed? 125 knots. Okay, so plus 5 for the wind. It's quite a heavy crosswind right now. So approaching 4 nautical miles. 130 knots. Flaps 30. And flaps 40, 130 knots. Clear to land, so 5,500 feet. Runway heading, no, runway heading 169. Lights all on, strobe lights, straight anti-collision, runway, clear to land.
1000.
Taxi lights on. Clear to land. Okay, here we go. Disconnecting the autopilot. Go down. Too high on the puppies. Go down, further. Come on. Go down.
400. Flight slope.
Okay,
Flight
sorry.
slope.
Okay, sorry
Flight
about
slope.
that. Sorry about
Flight
that.
slope.
Sorry
Flight
about
slope. Minimums. Flight slope. 200. 100.
that. Look at that. Light slope.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
the high-speed exit. Speed brakes retracted. Ah, I did not arm the speed brakes. Oh. Sao Paulo Congonhas traffic, goal 1904, cleared, runway 17 right. Sao Paulo Congonhas traffic. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to disconnect from the network and record my replays. Alright, so it turns out, and I just noticed that I had the spoilers out, I had the speed brakes out throughout the landing. I had not armed them. I mean, look at this. If you leave the spoilers out and flight detent, you get the same green light. It's not going to show over here, but during the flight it's the same light as the speed brake arm light. Okay, so I had the spoilers out at flight detent and I had not armed them. They should have been in and armed during the whole approach, and I guess that's why I was receiving the glide slope warning, because I think I was descending too fast. It wasn't a good landing at all, not happy with it. So I've recorded the replays. You can see the spoilers are out during the replays after I do the parking over here. So before I do anything else, let's turn off the flight directors. Flight directors off. Speed to 100. Trim to 1. I'm not sure, it's been such a long time since I flew the 737 that I've forgotten the checklist. That's what happens when you fly so many different simulator planes. So IS at 100, probe heat goes off. Probe heat can go off. Right, and auto brake is off, flaps have to retract. Let's do the flaps retraction. 30, 25, 15, 10, 3, 2, 1, off. Love the sounds. Flaps are retracted, thrust is idle, transponder alt off, and speed brake finally retracted. Trim is reset to 1. Should it be to 0? Let me know. Auto brake is off. Flight directors 1 and 2 off. Auto throttle is off. IS set to 100. Probe heat off. Position lights to on. Position lights are on. Strobe and steady. Landing lights can go off because I have landing lights off. Taxi lights are on. APU can come on. Right, and taxi clearance, there's no ATC, we're off the network, and we're going to roll onto the stand. Now for my Navigraph charts and the map. Let it load. This add-on scenery is pretty heavy on my graphics card. So we're here. These are the hangars. We need to park at a gate. I'll choose 19, gate number 19. Oh no, gate number 14. Let's go straight on Lima and then Mike and then gate number 14 or 13. Let's do that. Parking brake off. Parking brakes off. Thrust. Get it moving. They're still on continue. That's the VOR or localizer. There's 14. Here's 14. Taxi lights off. Here's 14. Onto parking stand. It's not a gate. It's I don't know why the PMDG 737 doesn't turn so tight. It's supposed to turn tight. Now for a little bit of cheating. Seven. There we go. That's it. Nothing to enjoy on this flight. I hope you did, but the landing is always the climax of every flight. Wasn't good. Did not follow the procedures. Should have done a test flight before I did the actual flight on Vatsim. But in any case, see you next time. Bye-bye.